Boeing's strategy of giving companies around the world a stake in the 787 promised to lower Boeing's costs, but also to help sell the plane.
Countries desperately want to grow economic opportunity. The developing world, which is going to see most of the growth in aviation going forward, wants opportunity. They want to participate in the economic growth that aviation and aerospace enable.
One of the things they're asking for is, we're going to spend all these US dollars on your aeroplane. We want some work for our people.
The strategy worked. Japan was the first foreign country to build the wing of a Boeing plane, and the first to place orders for a Dreamliner. In April 2004, the Japanese airline All Nippon Airways, ANA, committed to buy 50.
I was on the sales side when we came out with the 787, and the promise of the 787 was pretty darn phenomenal. So it was exciting to be in the marketplace selling the airplane because everybody wanted it.
The combination of global partnerships and a deep understanding of what airlines wanted appeared to be working.
It's clear they made a fantastic assessment of the market before the plane had ever been built. And that's because they spent several years talking to their customers, asking them, what's important to you? And then shelving the ideas they had beforehand that didn't fit that description, and finally deciding, this is the plane that has a market, and this is what we'll build.
Airlines were promised the new planes would be ready beginning in 2008, but Boeing was selling a design and not a finished airliner. Boeing had record orders for its Dreamliner, 300 planes valued at over $42 billion. But it had fewer than 3 years to deliver an actual plane, and many questions remained, including how the enormous parts from all over the world would come together. For years, Boeing has had whole sections of its 737 built in Kansas and sent by train to the main assembly facility in Washington State. But parts of the 787 were coming across oceans and from 4 different continents.
There's actually a guy that I worked with who said, well, we're either going to ship that over in giant ships and we're going to have to build a harbor right next to the factory and get it somehow into there, or we could just fly it in. We've got a 747, why not rework the 747 so that it can fly other airplanes inside of it, which is the most incredible and ostentatious idea.
4 of these customized 747s, called Dreamlifters, with their enlarged bodies and swing tail, circle the globe, picking up the tails, fuselage sections, nose sections, and wings, delivering these parts to assembly facilities in the United States, one in Everett, Washington, and a second built in Charleston, South Carolina. Other large parts, such as engines and landing gear, arrive by land and sea.
The parts come together already pre-stuffed with all of the systems and the wiring, and with these sections arriving, you think, boy, that's astonishing. There's so much in there.
You've got 3, maybe 4 million parts coming from countries across the globe.
Boeing's vision was they were going to be the assembler, the system integrator, pulling in parts from this global network of suppliers, and that Boeing would be able to, quote, snap together a 787 in 3 days.
This was without doubt the biggest challenge any aerospace manufacturer has ever undertaken.